We are a quarter of the way through the NBA season, and this is my awards ceremony for the quarter of the NBA season. Now, we could talk about clutch player of the year, we could talk about sixth man of the year, we could talk about coach of the year, DPOI, but let's get down to the nitty gritty. The real important award is the MVP. Now, last year we had Joel Embiid. Some people say he didn't deserve it. Some people say he did. But the facts are, in 2023, the MVP of the NBA was Joel Embiid. But a quarter of the way through the season last year, Nikola Jokic had the MVP trophy in a death grip. Nobody was taking it from him. And then you got Kendrick Perkins talking rubbish and yada 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 yada. We ended up with Joel Embiid. But let's talk about the 5 MVP candidates this year in order of who I think deserves it one quarter of the way through the season. Let's go. Give me an award. Subscribe. So, first things first, we need to talk about winning. Winning is very, very, very important. For you to have a chance in the MVP race, your team has to have a winning record. So realistically, nobody with a below 500 record is going to be in this conversation. It just isn't going to happen. You know, unless they're having some truly historic season, which, I mean, Scottie Barnes having a good season, but I wouldn't call it historic. Trae Young's having a decent season, but I wouldn't call it historic. I mean, to be fair, his output has been ridiculous. Efficiency, not as much, but output ridiculous. But he's not in that conversation. So, we start at number 5, which I think he's only here at 5th because his team hasn't been as good as the other teams in the NBA. But they have the best offensive rating in the league, Tyrese Haliburton. I don't know if you man just saw that game against the Celtics, but he is him. And when I say him, I mean him. Like the 4-point play over Jaylen Brown, you know, the facilitating, I think he got like 14 assists, 0 turnovers. This is true point guard play. This is what we love in the NBA. This is the next Steve Nash, but with more scoring. Crazy. Quick side note, this was recorded before the Pacers Bucks in-season tournament semi-final. So before all of the Damian Lillard copying stuff. Yeah, so Tyrese is him. And at number 4, we have the 4th seed in the Western Conference, the Dallas Mavericks. Right now, as of recording, I mean, things might change today. I'm pretty sure there's games tonight. I'm not sure. I mean, in-season tournament tonight, innit? So, I mean, Tyrese could go up. But anyways, forget all of that. This is Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic's output has been tremendous. It's been truly phenomenal. I mean, Luka's having a career year for shooting. He's shooting just below 40% from the free. I mean, he's just below 50% for the field. He's having a truly phenomenal season in terms of output. And people doubted the Dallas Mavericks. They said they needed a more dominant big man. Derek Lively's looked phenomenal. And he has a really good 2-man game with Luka. I feel like Luka's maybe diminishing Kyrie's ability a little bit, tiny bit. Just because Kyrie plays a little bit more off ball. But to say that Kyrie's being held back because of Luka is not true, you know. I mean, I don't care about usage rates and stuff. Plays get run for Kyrie constantly, and Kyrie's doing his thing, but nobody's watching Kyrie. That's the problem with the NBA. Everyone's watching Luka. Nobody's looking at my boy Kyrie. But Luka's been amazing. I'm pretty sure he's averaging just above 30 points, maybe 31 or 32, and he's triple-double after triple-double. Yesterday, as of recording, he got a 40-point triple-double against the Jazz, where they ended up with a 50-point blowout game. He had a triple-double by halftime. It's crazy. Like, this is true phenomenal basketball. But one thing people don't talk about with Luka, he has been All-NBA first team every single season of his career, except his rookie year, which is ridiculous. And he's on par to be it right now. He's on pace to currently be All-NBA first team. Truly, truly generational stuff. At number 3, it is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'll say it, I didn't expect OKC to be this good this season. Chet looks like he's a generational player defensively. Jalen Williams takes another step forward. We won't talk about the other guy until the investigations are over. But Shai, there's not much more I can say. Style, scoring, swagger, ability to finish through contact, his shooting really good this year compared to usual. pretty sure he's shooting like 37% from the field, from the three, sorry, not even from the field. From the field, he must be shooting 50%. And it's not just the 10th seeded OKC that are coming up on the bubble. This is a 2-seeded OKC Thunder this year. The team that's actually has ambitions and is aiming for the future. And they have picks on picks to come. And if they can package that, maybe with a Lou Dort in there, and get another player, another tertiary star. I wouldn't say a star because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a star in this league, but a tertiary level star to pair with Chet and to pair with Shai, the league might be over with for the next couple years because OKC are different. The final two people are the same people it's been for the last, I don't know, 3 years. Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic. But the question is, who's better than the other? Is it Jokic? I'm pretty sure he's averaging nearly a triple-double. Is it Joel Embiid leading the NBA in scoring, 33 points per game? You know, James Harden left. Narrative as well has to go into this. But it's Nikola Jokic. But first, talk about Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid just put up a 50-point performance against my team yesterday, the Washington Wizards, and it was a dreadful performance from us. Whereas until Junior, you are actively losing. Like when I saw Kuzma guarding Joel Embiid, like literally as our center, I said, yeah, this is where basketball dreams go to die. Washington DC with Wes Unseld Jr. But you can't stop Joel Embiid, whether it's in the mid-range, whether it's from three, whether it's inside the paint, and he has this ability to draw fouls. You know, like some bigs, when they have a smaller man on them, they will turn around and shoot it straight over them. But Joel Embiid has this rip through where he knows his strength to be able to get the ball up and maybe get an and one play, but he's baiting them in to try and think they're getting a foul. That's why he manages so many free throw attempts per game. He's the 4th seed right now in the East, carrying, I wouldn't say carrying, because Tyrese Maxey's been elite, but truly great stuff from Joel Embiid. It's just unlucky that he's a center in the same era as one of the greatest players of all time, Nikola Jokic. I've said enough about Nikola Jokic. He is a great passer, all-time passer. He's a great rebounder. He's a great facilitator in terms of pushing the team forward. He runs sets, he memorizes sets, he gets his people involved. He contributes more than anyone else in the league to winning. Without Nikola Jokic on the floor, the Nuggets look tiresome. Like when he's in foul trouble, they look like they're rubbish. They look absolutely abysmal. You know, the other day he couldn't shoot and they lost. He still got triple-double though. This tells you the ability that we're working with Nikola Jokic. You know, this is one of the greatest players of all time. I was about to say one of the greatest centers. He's one of the greatest players of all time, and we're getting to witness him on a constant basis. And he doesn't even care about basketball. But those were my 5 best players in the NBA right now. My MVP race. Let me know if you think anybody else should be in. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you man in a bit. Boom.